Welcome you all to my YouTube channel with a new topic, that is factors influencing population distribution. How population distribution is influenced. कौन कौन से फैक्टर्स हैं जिनकी वजह से पॉपुलेशन डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन इफेक्ट हो जाती हैं. फर्स्ट फैक्टर आर geographical factors. In the geographical factors, we have water, availability of water. This is the first and the foremost factor that is responsible for population distribution. Why we see at certain places there is massive population growth and at other places there is low population growth. अगर हम ऐसे देखेंगे, पहले से जब हम देखेंगे वर्ल्ड को, तो जो भी लोग थे उन्हें पहले प्रेफर किया वाटर बॉडीज के नज़दीक रहना. There is massive population, there are big cities on the rivers. As you can see, near Ganga river we have majority of the cities of India, or we have river Brahmaputra. Near river Brahmaputra, people like to reside there due to availability of water. As you can glance at the history, there were Indus Valley civilization. During the time of Indus Valley, people prefer to live near river Indus and its tributaries, Jhelum, Beas, Ravi, Satluj and other tributaries. First thing that we see is availability of water. Then we have the second most thing, that is landforms. It is another geographical factor, that's landform. Which sort of landforms the area is having? You see, the areas having mountains, people prefer less to reside in those kind of areas. If we see, if the terrain of area is nice, like we have plains, people prefer to live near the plains or near the places which have no tough terrain, or we can say tough topography. That's why we see Indo-Gangetic plains is highly populated place, and otherwise if we see Himalayan region, it is scarcely populated. People don't prefer to live in such areas. Then we have another factor, that's climate. Climate is another geographical factor that influences the population distribution. The places having tough and harsh climate, people don't prefer to live in those areas. If we take a look at India, you see here we have Rajasthan. The people don't prefer to live in Rajasthan. What are the reasons? The biggest reason is that in Rajasthan we have the desert. In the same manner, people don't prefer to live in Himalayan region, like we have Kashmir Valley or we have Ladakh region. People don't like to live in those areas because these areas are having the tough and very tough and extreme weather conditions. That's why they don't prefer to live in such areas. We have another geographical factor, that is soil. You know, soil is the basic ingredient for the growth of the plants. Without soil हम plants को नहीं देख सकते. Plants जो है वो soil से अपने nutrients derive करके grow हो जाते हैं. Soil plays important role. The places having good soil, people prefer to live there. Mostly the fertile plains having alluvial soils are more preferred because these places are ideal for agricultural development. That's why people prefer to live in such areas. Then we have the second most important factor which influence population distribution, or the economic factors. You know, economic factors are most important factors that play important role why people prefer to live at a certain area and why didn't they prefer to live at any other area. First thing in the economic factor is minerals. If the place is having good mineral wealth, people prefer to live there. If we take a look at India, you know, South India, if we take a look here, we know South India, the people prefer to live in South India. Reasons are there are good mineral distribution in this area. That's why they prefer to live in that area. If we take a look at the world, if we see Africa, people prefer to live in particular countries in Africa, like we have Zambia, where you see copper, we have other places in African continent. Why people prefer to live here? Due to availability of minerals. We can say mineral is another important factor, economic factor, which people prefer to live near those areas. Then we have urbanization. Urbanization is another economic factor, and you know, urbanization means when cities grow rapidly. People prefer to live at urban areas because the urban areas provide them good employment opportunities. Urban areas have good source of employment opportunities, having many number of industries there. That's why people prefer to live. I can say service sector is mostly widely growing in urban area. That's why people prefer to live in urban areas. This is another economic factor, and they think that their living standard can get improved there. Then we have another factor, that's economic factor में जो भी आता है उसका नाम है industry, industrialization. Industrialization plays an essential role. The areas where you see many industries, people prefer to live. If we see in my area, like we have Hanmo area that's adjacent to my area, you can see there is massive population growth. You can see another area that's Crew, that's adjacent to my area. You can see there many people live there, population is rising. It's actually due to industries. Many people come from other areas and they settle in this area because industry provide them good number of jobs by which they can improve their living standard. Plus, it's widening the market of the area. Apart from that, we have social and cultural factors. Social and cultural factors also play important role so far population distribution is concerned. Social and cultural factors. Social and cultural factors really play important role. Plus, you can see religious factors. The area where you see your culture, जैसे we are living in the valley, our culture is somewhat different. We'll prefer to live in such sort of area which is having the same sort of culture. That's why culture and society, this plays an important role. It's also influenced. The Indian people doesn't prefer to live in Africa because that culture in Africa is totally different. The culture and the social factors are also responsible for population distribution. So in the next lesson, inshallah, we're going to study about population growth and how population growth can be controlled and what are the various components of population change. Never forget to subscribe my channel for the further updates. Goodbye. Take care.